I felt like too much today. We were standing around still off ball, especially when we run pick and roll. I don't like just standing around in the pick and roll. I like the other players actually moving and doing stuff too. Like I don't like to just be like watching whoever has the ball.
Yeah, I'll bring up the clipboard real quick because I already got it ready. So this is something that Golden State does pretty well. Let me try and get it. There we go. All right, cool. There we go. So this is something that Golden State does really well. When you're running a pick and roll, we don't even need defense in here to showcase this, but something very, very simple to do is if you're running a pick and roll here, it doesn't even matter which side the screen is on, if it's on strong side or if it's on the weak side, where, it doesn't matter which way, just have these two guys, it would be better if it was like this, if this is CJ, while this pick and roll is happening, have this guy set a down screen for
Mm-hmm.
CJ, and maybe the defense gets mixed up. And then as this guy rolls, like if this is Derrick Jones Jr., you don't necessarily want him to go into the space, but this is just something simple that's really easy to do. Maybe the defense switches. Maybe they both go with CJ and then Derrick Jones Jr. is wide open for a lob or something like that. It doesn't hurt, doing this. Instead of just standing here, just set a down screen and just to get some movement and keep this defense honest. Honestly, a lot of times, like, this is what it's going to look like. Let me get this. I don't know, we've got two basketballs. This is what it's going to look like a lot of times. You're gonna have like CJ's guys sagging in here. So a lot of times it might be screening down like this, which it can kind of clog this up. But if you're running it over enough, like it just it creates a skip pass there or something like that. That's something that the Golden State Warriors do well with Steph running pick and roll and Clay kind of sitting behind there, because a lot of times what will happen is this shooting guard will come in here and try and clog this up anyway, but he'll be watching the ball. He won't be looking here. He won't be looking at the shooting guard. So if you can get a screen behind here and you can get CJ moving up to here and Dame can make that pass, that skip pass, that's a wide open shot, and the shooting guard is going to get picked off. They're not going to be able to contest that. So just little things like that. There's other movement that you can utilize off ball while the pick and roll is being ran. It doesn't have to be that. There is other creative movement that you can utilize to keep these defenders from completely like clogging up this pick and roll. That's basically the goal. You're not even necessarily trying to get these guys a shot. You're just trying to keep these defenders honest and keep them worried about the players off the ball so that they can't completely come in here and completely like clog up this pick and roll and make things hard, so that you have more space for Dame. And then once this is Nurkic, they're great at the pick and roll. You want to give those guys as much space as possible. You don't want these defenders coming here and clogging that up. So a little bit more off ball movement off of that would keep these defenders a little more honest and potentially keep them from coming in there and completely clogging that up.
And then something Miami does well, they don't even necessarily set picks sometimes. It's just like if you're in the corner, you and your guy turns around, you just relocate a little further up the line, the 3 point line or something. And then when he turns around expecting you to be in the corner and the pass goes to the like elbow line extended or something, if you're talking about the small forward there, then
Yeah.
then like it takes an extra second to get out on him and you get that much more of an open shot. So like it doesn't even have to be like anything complex. It just don't just stand there flat-footed like when watch while the rest of the offense is going on.
Yeah,
And
we don't even need these defenders to showcase that.
right.
I'll just show you exactly what it means. In case you guys are confused, let's just say this is Dame. The ball is Dame coming off this pick and roll. A lot of times these, if this guy's up here, a lot of times this guy will like step in, right, and he's prepared if the ball gets passed out from Dame to like a guy like Covington, say this is Covington, he's prepared to run back there. So if he turns his head to step towards Dame and Covington runs down, if Dame gets him the ball, then he's running out here. Then you realize he's down here. That gives Robert Covington more time to be able to get off an open three. And if this is Derrick Jones Jr. spotting up here, a lot of times this guy will be very aggressive, and Derrick Jones Jr. can back cut that, be ready to back cut if this guy steps towards Dame. You just want to keep these guys honest and worried about the off ball guys. If he's down the corner and Dame drives, is the same thing, running this pick and roll. If this guy steps in, have Robert Covington come up here, move up the floor, because this is a shorter pass, so he'll have a little bit more time because of that. But then this small forward is further for him to run here than to run there. It's a little bit longer. It's a shorter pass, so less time before he has to shoot. And the small forward, a lot of times, if he remembered the small forward if he remembered Covington being there, he's going to think run back out this way, and then he's going to be like, oh shoot, he's up here, he's going to have to run up there. It just gives more time to shoot.